You used to have some religious beliefs and values that you've sent the conversation another direction because, now I'm concerned about your salvation and I want to help you get back. The things you're talking about, they're all Bible-based, John. The culture that you're trying to protect was established by his word. You don't abandon that out of cynicism or out of frustration or out of...
I still believe there's a creator. I still believe there's a God. I just think religion is a bit silly. Like the hats you got to wear, and you can't eat this kind of food on a Wednesday after 2 o'clock, and you got to say these words.
You don't want any rules.
You
don't want any rules.
They're rules that were created 3,000 years ago by people that were herding goats. I just think religion itself is silly.
That's the mistake you're making, bro.
There is a God, there is a creator. I do believe in all that.
John, I understand where you're coming from, but everything that you're trying to protect you're trying to protect America's Christian culture. And I get that you some of the things in the Bible sound far-fetched to you, but they're not far-fetched. There's nothing new. Don't fall into the trap of thinking we're somehow smarter than those people, the people from the past. The people from the past,
here's
they're not more evolved.
Here's one thing. And one of my dear friends, still a dear friend of mine, Dr. Ernest Easley. He was you can look him up, he was the executive director of the Southern Baptist Convention. He was also a pastor at Robert Street Baptist Church in Atlanta. Me and Doc are big hunting buddies, 10, 15 years. And we would talk theology a lot. And again, he's a doctorate in theology from Baylor University. You put Doc in a room with a Muslim cleric, a Catholic cardinal, and someone high up in the Mormon church. You'd be like, who's right? Debate it out. They all different philosophies, ideology there. Dude, they would both argue their eyes pop out of their head. And you would leave after 2 hours, nobody's right and nobody's wrong. The Muslim wouldn't convince Dr. Easley.
Why are you worried about
Easley
them?
wouldn't convince the Muslim. Like,
Why are you worried about them?
If nobody's right, then everybody's wrong.
Why are you worried about them?
I'm just telling you.
Why are you referencing them? Jesus Christ wants a personal relationship with John Rocker. We don't need all the other opinions.
I didn't say anything about that. I said I think religion is stupid. I think religion itself, the institution of religion is ridiculous. I've got to wear holy underwear. I've got to wear a funny little hat. I can't eat shellfish. I have to recite this chant.
You're evaluating things that don't concern you. You don't want to wear them.
No, but if you want to be religious, society tells you have to fall into one of these. You have to be a Muslim. You have to be a Mormon. You have to be a Catholic. You have to be a.
I don't have to do anything society says. I'm not a Muslim.
Exactly. But that's what I'm saying. I think religion is ridiculous. So you ask me, am I religious? No, because I haven't picked a religion. My mother's Southern Baptist. I think Southern Baptist that's a little. But I do have a relationship with God. I do believe. I didn't come from the Big Bang Theory. That didn't happen. There is a God out there. But you say, okay, American, it was founded on Christian values, et cetera, et cetera. Maybe the vigilantism that I see myself, wanting to keep this country great, wanting to keep certain morals and ethics established in this country. I don't really see that as coming from a religious-minded aspect. I see that coming from a common sense, right, wrong, show me some respect. You came to my country, you need to learn the language. You need to go to the Veterans Day Parade.
Okay, and so this is the argument I have with people
It's a lot about respect.
I got it, but the things that you want cannot be achieved without a relationship and understanding of God,
exactly,
His purpose.
But religion is just pigeonholing people to a certain set of rules and dress codes and dietary restraints.
No, what I see is there's some moral convictions that we must have and embrace.
Yeah.
Them things in the 10 Commandments. We have to have, we can't continue, this country will never get right as long as we keep offering up children as sacrifice in these abortion clinics. There's a curse that comes along with that. The whole drag queen story hour and the gays and lesbians grooming kids in school, and we're allowing that. This country's never going to get right until we put a stop to the demonic things we're doing to children.
And that right there just is an internal rot of the fabric of American society that people with morals, with ethics, you should look at that and just be like, kind of like me with Skeet Powell back in the day. I don't know what's going on here, but something ain't right about it. When you see a transvestite having story time with 6-year-old kids trying to brainwash, turn them into Hitler Youth, indoctrinate them that, yeah, this is okay. A normal person with any sense of morals and ethics should look at that and be like, I don't know what's wrong with it, but hey, something ain't right about this. We need to go ahead and knock this off. And that's the fact, that's what we're losing. That's where the cancel culture comes in. Because I'm the one that wants to stand up and say, ain't something right about this. 6-year-olds should not be subjective, thank you, spit it out, kid. To an adult can process what's going on, a kid can't. Talking about just a whole lifetime of confusion when you see that and try to apply that as a 6-year-old. That's where.
Where do you think all morality comes from? Let's be honest. The insurance model is broken. Crowd Health puts your health care back in your hands. Use the promo code FEARLESS at joincrowdhealth.com. That's joincrowdhealth.com, promo code FEARLESS. All of morality. It comes from God. It comes from the Bible. That we would have no morality without the Bible. All the things you're talking, they're spiritual in nature.
I think some of it is just, I mean, I don't need the Bible to tell me to not murder you.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
No.
Yes, you do. Without the Bible, we'd have no concept. And there are people that, again, that are so disconnected to the Bible. That's why they're so comfortable dropping their girlfriend off or escorting their girlfriend or their wife, mother, whoever, at an abortion clinic. Because they don't know that they're committing murder. And they don't know is because they're not in that book. They're not obeying his word. And so, trust me, the people that established this country, they were experts on the Bible. Because just think about it. We think we're smarter than them. We're actually much dumber than them. Because when they were around, Ben Franklin, George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, they didn't have Netflix. They didn't have Amazon Prime. They didn't have iPhones. iPods they could plug into
proper
their
hygiene
ears.
for that matter.
That's all fine. But they didn't have all these other entertainment options. They had the Bible. If you wanted to entertain yourself, you read the Bible. If you wanted to be able to communicate to a mass audience, you had to know the Bible because that was the reference point for everything. And so when they came up with the concept of how to establish the greatest country in the history of the planet, they took it all from the Bible. And those of us that want the country to return to what it used to be, we're going to have to get in their mindset. Anybody that's not talking about getting in that mindset is just running their mouth. They're not really about this life. They're just, hey, I want things to go back, but I don't want to actually do the work. I don't actually want to make the sacrifice. These people made incredible sacrifices. These ancestors of ours, wasn't white ancestors, black ancestors, it was these American ancestors made incredible sacrifice. They sacrificed their lives, did all kinds of things to make this country great. And we don't want to make those sacrifices, but we do want to sit up and complain in Sports Illustrated and other places about, look how crazy things have gotten. We have to get skin in the game and get just as committed as them. And now we're standing on rock solid, firm ground like, hey man, you're not coming over here in this country and bringing that foolishness over here. Don't leave them Marxist ideas, them communist ideas. Leave that shit someplace. I apologize for cursing, but you done took me there.
Oh, it's my fault now. Okay, that's fine.
Not in a negative way, but I'm just passionate, man, because
I hear you.
I am.
Did you expect to sit down with me and end up having a theological discussion? Was this where you thought this interview was going to go?
Actually, yes.
No, you did not.
No, John, you're from the South. I'm not that smart. I just have a biblical worldview. The things you're complaining about.
You need to talk about mother. She would, yeah. She'd make you go there and take a nap.
The things you're complaining about, I know where they're coming from. Most people think, oh, the guy's just xenophobic or racist or blah, blah, blah. Nah, the guy just wants structure and a society that reflects his values and things that make him comfortable. And I'm trying to open your eyes to the fact that now you can point a finger at them, but you need to look in the mirror and say, am I playing a role in how this country's gotten here to this point where we have this much chaos and criminality and immorality and the manipulation, destruction, the sexualization of kids? What role are we playing in it because we don't want to make the sacrifices necessary to restore that structure and order that you're longing for? If you enjoyed that video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe so you never miss a moment of Fearless.